Hi and welcome back to my playthrough of Russian railroads with German railroads expanding using the official solo rules. During the last episode I did one major rule mistake, and thanks very much for making me aware of this, and I think I should still be able to repair that, at least more or less. So the main mistake was when I played around with the trains and replaced them. I placed the train that was left, though my starting train basically, and put it as a factory on my player board or next to my player board. That's not allowed. Those trains that are basically of no use go back to the common reserve and can be there, basically taken from the normal action where you take a train or a factory. Of course, this also means I would never been able to make it to this space, so I have to move back there. So I only make 10 points here. I also didn't make those points. I think these were 11 points. So in total I have to lose now, I think 16 points if I'm correct. Yeah, that's 5 plus 11. So here is 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm at 44 points right now. This also means that Emil doesn't get additional workers. And one minor rule mistake here as well. Also, thank you for making me aware. Whenever I reach 50 points, Emil only gets one worker. If I then pass again, so if I make 150 points during the game, he gets his second worker. But right now I'm not there yet, so theoretically I would start the next round, or Emil would start the next round with only 6 workers. But my very last action during the last video was to go for this action space here. So I sent my last 2 workers there. Of course I could not go there because it wouldn't make any sense for me. So I have to think what I will do to that. And after checking my footage, I think those 2 spaces were still available. And I think that's the easiest thing to do. So I will then, instead of sending the 2 workers to this other action, I will send 1 worker here, 1 worker there. This one is pretty easy. I can advance the gray rail 3 times. I will just do that. This way basically I gain some more points, so there is a chance actually that I will make it. And now I will also activate her here and will draw the 2 starting bonus cards. So let's see. Okay, here's the first one. That's a black rail. Okay, that's pretty handy, I guess. And here's another one. That's another coin. I think this is something I certainly can live with. And for sure I will advance this rail here. So this gives me now access to the 3 brown rails. This is really a good thing. And yeah, of course the next thing is just to get another coin. But this also means I gained some more points. Here it's 1 because I advanced here. Here I advanced twice. Basically, yeah, I think originally I gained 4 points. Now I gain 4 points more. Right, I was here, I went there. So these 2 points are basically new. So that's 2 points, 4 points, 5 points in total. But this is clearly not enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to put me over the mark here. So indeed, Emil will start the next round with only 6 workers, but yeah, he's pretty powerful enough. Okay then, I think we should be good to go. I had to really redo a lot of stuff here because I was already wrapping up and I really wanted to repair that. So if you notice something that's maybe not correct, make me aware, but I really hope I really caught all what was done. Let's see what his first action will be. And now I have access to the brown rails. And this is really a pity because I can score a lot of points with brown apparently. So he will block this action space. Yeah, without any mercy, I guess. In order to secure the majority of engineers, I will certainly go for this one. This now really seals it up, so at the end of the game I gain 40 points, which is certainly a good deal. And this is also a great way to gain coal apparently. So let's grab him and put him next to my player board. I think I will also immediately flip my income token and will move this rail and this rail 1 space ahead. Back to Emil, and here he will block the gray rail. That's also a pity. This would really be a very cool action for me as well, but I cannot help it. So he will block this space here as well. And as I want to rebuild my industry, I think I will send 3 workers there to grab a train and a factory. And for the train I have to take this one, but for the factory I could now think of taking either this one or that one. This one scores me 11 points if I pass it, but this one here would give me access to the next generation. But I still it could be possible that he would go there as well. So I think I will rather take this factory here. This is now a factory, so I have to place it like this. And I believe I will replace this train there. This will move this train to here, I guess. So can I reach up to 7? And this now correctly goes back to the common reserve. This time I really try to make it right. That's basically it, I guess. Then it's Emil again. Let's see. Okay, he would buy an engineer. Luckily we were there first. Awesome. No! This really sucks. With his last 2 workers, he does its best to annoy me. Wow, I hate him. I officially hate him. I think first of all I will send my black worker here, because it's the black worker. He will now, when I take this action here, I would be allowed to advance the black rail 2 spaces instead of only 1. Originally I was thinking to go for the white rail, to be honest. Not sure if that's possible. I only have 1 more real turn left where I can do that. So if I would now go here and everything would be ideal, I could get the black rail action, then this would mean 1, 2, 3, 4 more, but still I would need 2 more spaces. But still I would be allowed to advance this white rail in immediately 2 spaces ahead. Come on, why not take the risk? So I will move the black rail 1, 2 spaces here. So I have to make a choice whether to go to Hamburg or to Berlin. Now it's set, so all the other rails will follow this rail. This is also pretty new to this expansion here, but I really kind of like it. I still want to achieve this goal here, so I want to have 7 of those. So I guess I will send 1 worker there, so I get my 5th double token. I think I don't need gold too much anymore, so I think I will activate this space here as well. So again, yeah, movement for black, gray and brown, which is pretty cool. So here it goes, the black rail. This unlocks the beige rails for me, which is cool. I can move gray ahead, and of course I will move the brown rail on this track here. Now I have to decide where to put those beige rails, because I have only 2 of them, but I think that's pretty easy to decide. One goes here, that's for sure, and I think the next one goes there to this Nuremberg Railroad down there. I still have 2 workers left, so I think I will send 1 worker there. This one grants me an immediate 2 coal, and I think I will use this coal to power on this foundry down there. So this would allow me, I'm not sure if you can see that, to move my industry track 2 spaces ahead, which I will do. So that's 1 and 2, which is a good thing. So I would now be able to score 15 points, and I can trigger this factory here, which scores my engineers. Right now I have 3 engineers, but unfortunately this one doesn't provide me any victory points. So I will still remain 11 points, which is not that bad. So again, I reached 60 points, which isn't that bad, but he will get 1 additional worker, but I think he already passed, so I think he will not be able to leverage right away. So it's still my turn, I guess. But of course I am still allowed to place the double token. Now I'm up to 6 tokens, which is really, really awesome. I need 1 more in order to get 10 additional victory points. Isn't that nice? And I think with my last worker I will go here, so I will advance the gray rail 3 spaces ahead. This is actually a no-brainer. I will move this round 1, 2, 3. Now I reached this space, which means I just unlocked an additional worker, which I can use right away because I haven't passed. He has. And I think I will use this new worker to get a new train or a factory. I think I will take this factory here. I was thinking of taking the last generation 5 train, so this would open up the generation 6, but here I would gain free action for really taking another one, and here I can only advance this industry track. I'm not sure if this is powerful enough. It would be. Yeah, it would be. No, let's take this one and place it down there. So now I have the linking pin here, which opens up this new bonus space here, which is certainly a good thing. Now let's do some scoring. Again, the Dresden track doesn't provide me any victory points, but this one certainly does. So that's 1, 2, 3 points, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13 points. Not too bad. So that's 3 plus 10, 73. Awesome. Then again, 4 points for the brown rail. Keep in mind, normally it provides me 2 points, but as it's doubled, it's 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Here I get 1, 2, 3 plus 5, that's 8. 1, 2, 3 plus 5, that's 85. And last but not least, I can score my industry worth 15 points, and this shoots me right to 100 points. Isn't that nice? Awesome. I was really hoping to go a little bit farther doing this round, but yeah, I will not complain. At least I got, I think I should be also now at 8 workers for the last round. I think this is certainly not a bad thing. So let's reset the board one last time. Let's move the engineer here. So this will be the last engineer you will be able to hire. But keep in mind, the last round, Emil will also have 7 workers at his disposal. But I think I should be able to gain some more additional points. So the 150 points shouldn't be a big deal, I guess. Okie dokie, let's start the very last round. Again, Emil goes first, and come on, he takes this double token from me. That's the one I was looking for. Wow, that's mean, but I really cannot help it. What a pity. And I desperately want to get this action space here. That's a good thing. That's, I think, even more important than this double token over there. So this would allow me to move the black rail 3 spaces ahead, +1 because I sent the black worker there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Unfortunately, I don't have a train that can reach this space here. Otherwise, I would get another of those bonus tokens. Then it's back to Emil. Oh man, this was also so important for me. He really knows what he's doing. Come on. So he takes this action space here from me as well. This was also so important. Oh man, I hate him. I think I will go there. So I will advance this 1 step ahead. So this factory now will be triggered. So this moves 1 space ahead again. And now I've unlocked this space here as well. And I think I will go for this bonus tile here. So I can now move any tracks 4 spaces ahead. And I think this is what I will totally do. So I think I will move this track 1, 2, 3 spaces ahead, and this one 1 space ahead. So this already brings me into a good position. That was basically the action. Yes. Then it's Emil again, and he takes the white track. Okay. Oh no, I don't have access to the white track. I'm before that, but okay. This is really, I don't care. Perfect, he can do that. So again, he will burn a lot of those workers, which is a good thing. And he also takes those 2 trains here. So he unlocked the generation 7 here. At least I think he's not going for this one. I will double check that in the rules, but I'm pretty sure he will go for the normal trains. I think I will then activate this action space, which lets me move the beige track 1, 2 spaces ahead. So this will really score me a lot of points because they're all doubled. Then it's Emil, and yeah, his last worker will go there, but I really don't care about this action space anymore. I think I will activate this action space here. Now that's the first time I need it, so I will move this brown rail 1 space ahead, and of course I will move the black track here. So for once I score immediate 10 points, which is great stuff, of course. Awesome. And this also unlocks the white track and would allow me to move the white track 2 spaces ahead. And this is awesome. So for once I can take this huge right track and I will be able to move it 2 spaces ahead. And each of those are now 14 points, because individually these are 7 points each, but they're doubled. This is really a huge amount of victory points. Oh, I just noticed a minor mistake or a minor problem on the Munich track. I have only a train that can reach 7 spaces, so until here, but I scored this one full, so I will certainly lose 2 victory points. I will repair that right away. Not really a huge problem, but I will still correct it. So I'm now down to 108 points. I have thought long about this, but I think I will send my last worker here. So I take a factory. This time I will go for this one. So I basically close the circuit here, so I would be able to reach this space here, which gives me 20 points by the end of this round. And with my very last worker, of course, I will go here. I will get 2 coal. I will immediately use the coal to move my industry market 2 spaces ahead. So that's 1 and 2. I can now immediately take a train or a factory. So let's take this one, and I think I will use it as a train, and I will replace this one here. This goes back to the reserve, so now I can reach up to 11 spaces. Unfortunately, still not enough to reach this bonus space here. I would need 2 more movement points, but I think there's not really much I can do right now. No, that's pretty much it, but I'm still allowed to take my 7th double token, and this is really awesome because I now completed stage 2 of this end game scoring card. Isn't that awesome? And yeah, this was pretty much my last worker. He also has passed a long time ago, so let's do the final round scoring before we come to the endgame scoring. And again, the Munich track is the most interesting one, so of course now I can reach it, so I'm good because of my new train. So that's 1, 2, 4, 6 points for gray. So that's 2 and 4 more. Then it's 4 plus 4 equals 8 for brown. So 6 plus 2, that's 122 points. That's 8 for beige and 14 for the white track. So that's 22 points. This is really not bad. So this brings me to 144 points. Awesome. Then it's the usual 8 points for this rail down there. So this brings me to 152 points. So I just passed my tie goal basically, which is not too bad. I'm really happy about this one. But we are still not done. I'm allowed to take 20 more points for my industry track. So this brings me to 172. And now we come to the end game scoring. For once we have this card. I achieved to get 7 of those double tokens, so I gain 30 more points. Wow. So this brings me to 202 points. But we are still not done, as I'm still allowed to score the majority for the engineers. I have clearly the majority, so I get 40 additional points for having the most. I think he just got 1. Yeah, I got 3. So in the end I reached 242 points. Well, actually I am surprised. I was not sure that I would get this far Really, the 150 to 200 was my maximum. So I'm really happy that I achieved those amount of victory points. And this brings me to the end of my playthrough of Russian railroads using the German railroads expansion. Not sure how well I did, to be honest, so maybe some of you folks are laughing at the screen right now about my poor performance playing against Emil. I would be really curious, so share your results with me. I really hope you enjoyed it. I really do apologize about all the mistakes I made. I really hope I corrected the last episode and I did not do any new mistakes during this playthrough here. If not, please let me know and I will leave a comment, of course. And again, thanks very much to you folks who helped me to correct all these mistakes, to make me aware of them. And yeah, if you like my videos, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like my Facebook page, and maybe check out one of my next videos. And until then, bye bye.